It was a Hobson's choice. There was a woman and her child. Both were doomed. Both would die. I could either save one or lose both.
I can't do it.
I chose the child.
That's all right.
It was the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life. Worst thing by far. Death is slouching towards me from the corners of the room. And I cannot tell if it is here for me.
I don't want to.
I understand.
Just an echo of the past. He stayed with me because he saw me for the man I really was. A man surrounded by darkness. No friends could be trusted. No faith that loyalty or love could ever truly exist. Value loyalty above all else. Dembe connected his life with mine to show me that day and every day that the world is not what I fear it to be. He is the light in the darkness, living proof that there is another way, that life can be good, that people can be kind, and I hope it'll be some time before all my memories of him start to fade. I thought I'd lost you.
Ours is a friendship forged once in this life.
Not yet, old friend.
And again in the next.
I'm gonna get her back. Because as bad as you may think I am, as far as you think I'm willing to go to protect that which I hold most dear, you can't possibly fathom how deep that well of mine truly goes. I'm a violent man, a terrible, powerful, violent man. But the way she looked at you, the way she loves you, I'm powerless against that. When the day inevitably comes that I settle up with your little alliance, it will be you, Alan, alone in the dark.
Go home. Turn back from this. Go home. It may seem like the hardest thing in the world, but it is profoundly easier than what you're contemplating. Beneath the iron and rust exterior beats the heart of a man swimming in immeasurable grief. Once you cross over, there are things in the darkness that can keep your heart from ever feeling the light again.
One day he stops. The farmer who is no longer a farmer sees the wreckage he's left in his wake. It is now he who burns. It is he who slaughters. And he knows in his heart.
Goodbye, my brother.
He must pay.
Your closest friends are strangers. You understand that tight bonds can make you vulnerable, so you're careful not to have any. And that's why you're so conflicted about me.
There was a woman I loved. She was my life, my heart. And she died. There is nothing that can take the pain away. But eventually you will find a way to live with it.
I'm down a path. It's dark.
I was born to a dark path. It's the only path I know. I've learned how to recognize light when I see it. To stop and stare. I reach for it in the hope that it'll shed its light on me. And every once in a while, I'm able to bask in its warmth for a moment before I have no control over how any of this ends. Please don't go. And that is crushing if I think about it too much. So I don't think about it. It's done. There's an end waiting for all of us. What we built, it's been a wonder. Thrilling and challenging. A blessing and a curse. Don't just go off and hide in the dark. Wherever you go, look for some light.
I've rarely thought about what I once was. I wonder if a ray of light were to make it into the cave, would I be able to see it? Or feel it? Would I gravitate to its warmth? And if I did, would I become less hideous?
Have you ever had a flying dream?
What?
A dream in which you suddenly have the power of flight. Agent Keene, what a pleasure. Unburdened by the weight of apprehension and doubt, you suddenly find you can fly. It's a dream of freedom and bliss. Who's to say how one might feel at the time of their death? Warren may have felt amused, mischievous, or maybe just hopeful. The opposite of a falling dream, which of course is a dream of fear and anxiety, panic. Better that than fear or pain or regret.
There are foundational elements in our lives, people, that form the brick and mortar of who we are. People that are so deeply embedded, we take their existence for granted until suddenly they're not there and we collapse into rubble.
Flying is life. Falling is death. It's quite a story. Full of ambition and hope. Love and loss.
What are you gonna do? Destroy all your intel? The source of your power?
The source of my power is right here. She won't be destroyed.
I've stood over the open grave of someone I've loved. Too often.
You can't do every silly thing you want to in life. You have to make your choices. You have to try to be happy with them. But we're nearing the end now.
How does it end?
And nothing is more important than that. You'll find out.
I don't want to die.
Then what?
Everyone dies someday.
The end.
Let me believe you are dead, but you're living. Where?
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Who became Reddington?
Elizabeth, you have to go.
Who is he?
Me too.
I know.
That little girl, the one you told me about, what would you do if you knew that as long as you drew breath, as long as you continued to exist, her life would be in danger. She would be hunted, and she would be killed. What would you do?
At the moment of my death, I just want to feel alive. That's my life. Don't make it yours.